Good morning, buenos dias. I am your host, Ana Garcia. There are 22 Spanish-speaking countries in the world, and we are going to explore them together. One of those countries is Mexico, and we have a local attraction here in Northeast Ohio that has a huge Mexican influence. It's the largest statue of Our Lady of Guadalupe in the world, and it stands right here in Ohio. She is 33 feet tall. Each foot symbolizes every year of Christ's life. And then there is the angel and the rays that are part of the statue. The magnificent artwork stands at 50 feet tall. Every year, thousands come from all over to see her, all because of the apparitions that appeared back in Mexico in 1951. Back then, she appeared to a man and asked him to build a church. The Catholic Church has recognized it as an authentic apparition. This Ohio couple, Edward and Patricia Hines, were told through a friend's prayer that they were called to build a statue of Our Lady of Guadalupe on their farm.
In our Hispanic community, they just have that deep love of Our Lady of Guadalupe. I mean, you know, coming here from their home or whatever, you know, and growing up probably with the knowing the deep, you know, what Our Lady of Guadalupe has done for them in their life and their families.
Maximiliano Guevara came all the way from Columbus with his family. It's our faith that is most important. His son Wilfredo says Maximiliano was in the last stages of prostate cancer. The doctors were going to do everything possible, but they said it was in God's hands. She has given us a miracle. She takes our prayers to our Lord, interceding for us. His family says since their prayers to Our Lady of Guadalupe, Maximiliano is cancer-free. They say it's a miracle. And there are other accounts of miracles.
I told you about the man with the in crutch, in braces, right? And he walked out there, they prayed in front of the statue. Walking back, he says, my legs feel strong, I'm taking the braces off. And his family said, no, don't take them off. And he took them off, walked to his car, said, I'm driving, hadn't driven a car in 14 years. And he said, I'm driving. They said, you can't drive, you know. He said, you don't forget how to drive. He drove back home, and the entire thing was recorded, and there was a priest friend of ours actually told us about it and did all the work up on it. So that was a great miracle, because all the stories are similar. You know, they come and pray, 9 months later they have a child.
A lady came out here and she had flown, she was a nurse and she was off the next day, so she flew out here from California just to come here to pray for somebody, and she flew back. And then we got a letter from her that it had helped the person who was there. So, you know, I mean, they coming all the way from California for just that little while, you know, it just...
But people are really looking for hope, don't you think?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, then you have...
Especially when they're stressed.
Oh, yeah, sure. That definitely is a true story. Now, in our Hispanic community, they just have that deep love of Our Lady of Guadalupe. I mean, you know, coming here from their home or whatever, you know, and growing up probably with the knowing the deep, you know, what Our Lady of Guadalupe has done for them in their life and their families. Stories like that just give you great hope, and when you pray with people, when people come here and you pray with people for all these different things, you know our Lord and our Lady are so powerful, and that they will do the correct, they do the right, heaven does the right thing. We can pray, they do the right thing. Maybe not all the time what we want, but so many beautiful stories. It's just wonderful to be here. It's a little bit of heaven on earth for us.
It's at this breathtaking holy place that visitors say they have experienced miracles of healing, revelation, conversion, answered prayers, and always peace. We're showing you this international dish. It's called pollo guisado, but Puerto Ricans tend to love making this, correct? This is Norma Roberts.
Hi.
She is our cook today. And so tell me a little bit about this dish.
Well, this is pollo guisado. It's a chicken stew. It's got homemade sofrito, you know, and
Explain to people what
sofrito is for a lot of Hispanics. Sofrito can be anything from 4, 5, or 6 ingredients. What I do is put carrots, red pepper, cilantro, yellow pepper, green pepper, tomatoes, ajitos, which is small peppers, the red onion and the garlic, a whole
bulb of garlic?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
And that's it. This is my sofrito.
Why do you put carrots in it? This first time I've seen it.
Yes, the carrots, I put carrots in it to it makes it thicker. Yeah, it makes it thicker.
Probably sweeter too, like gives it a sweet taste?
Yeah, it does. It does make it sweeter.
Okay. And then you said there's another type of cilantro too that you were looking for? That's
Yes,
called
it's called recao.
Recao?
Yeah, it's a lot stronger than cilantro.
Okay, alrighty.
Yeah.
And then these, they're like green peppers. Where do you find this? Because the grocery store that I go to doesn't have these.
Well, you can find them at Dave's. You can find them at the market.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. And then, all right, so we got that. So that's the flavoring.
Right. Those are the raw vegetables.
stew.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then once it's processed with the amazing machine over there, you put oil, olive oil. You put I like apple cider vinegar. It tastes a lot better than the regular white vinegar.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
And some capers.
Capers, okay.
Yeah, some capers. And of course, kosher salt. Don't use the other salt.
Okay.
For some reason, the other salt doesn't just give it a good kick. That's just doesn't.
What's the difference between?
It's kosher salt is a lot. It just tastes better.
Okay.
Tastes better.
Alrighty. I thought that also frito was made one way for Puerto Ricans.
No,
but
not here in America.
No. I feel like I'm going to sofrito school. Seriously, because I always thought it was garlic, onion, green pepper, just the basics, but everybody does it a little different.
Yeah.
Which is neat. Which gives, you know
This
what I mean?
is-
It makes things a little bit more interesting.
Yeah.
Change up the
Green
flavor.
tomatoes. You get. I like to use a lot of tomatoes
Okay.
and the green peppers. And you can make big batches, you know, and then
So you don't have to do this all the time.
right, and then reduce it all at once, you know.
And then once you reduce it, do you put it in like little separate baggies?
Well, yeah, I like to put it in baggies because it fits better in the freezer, you know. And red peppers and there.
Wonderful.
Okay,
Alrighty.
then put the oil. Put oil. I don't really measure the oil. I just kind of like go like this, you know, until I'm satisfied,
Right.
you know. And the vinegar, I do measure the vinegar because it's so strong. So I like to put a half a cup of vinegar, just like that. And I count to 10 with my salt. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Put some capers in there. MSG free chicken stock.
Because if MSG doesn't agree with you.
Yes,
So
yes.
a lot of people, my brother can't have anything with MSG.
Yeah, it just makes a lot of people sick too, you know.
Because the Goya, like the adobo and all that has that.
It's in everything, really. Everything processed. The gravies, they have MSG. Some saltine crackers have MSG.
Right.
I mean, it's almost in everything.
A lot of the salt. So you avoid the salt
Yeah,
and
yeah.
add more flavor this way.
And you go like this. That's like a half a cup, just to make it easy on my machine, you know. And then put the cover back on. And you're ready. And you set it all up. Nice and hot.
There's 1 cup of
Yeah, 1 cup of that beautiful sofrito and a cup of this good caldo de pollo,
chicken stock.
chicken stock. There you go. Like this. And you cook it up until it's reduced.
Okay. How long do you cook it for?
Well, in order for that to reduce, you really should cook it 45 minutes to an hour.
Okay. Okay, so we're gonna do the chicken stew, continue with the pollo guisado.
Yeah.
So these are very different vegetables for people that are not used
Right,
to.
right.
This is, you said, was malanga?
This is a malanga lila, and this is probably compared to a potato, just a Yukon potato,
Okay.
but with different, more flavorful, like a nuttier flavor.
Right. This, you said, tends to be kind of expensive, so you don't,
Oh,
you don't really
yeah.
have to, like
Yes.
a whole one you said was like $27?
Yeah, the whole one is,
Goodness, you just need this
yeah,
part.
just a little piece.
Can you freeze it?
You can,
Okay.
you can
But
freeze
does
it.
Does it taste the same after you freeze
Yeah, it doesn't
Oh,
matter.
okay, good.
Freeze it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
And this is yautía. This is more like a sweet potato, and it's awesome. They're all roots, potato, you know. And this is a chayote. This is squash.
And then here's the chicken. You said this is for about 6 people?
Yes, it's 6 pieces of chicken. I like to use thighs because it's easy to it's more flavor.
It's very affordable.
Yeah, and it's very affordable. So what I do is I marinate these in a brine with salt and sugar
Okay.
and water. Put it in the refrigerator.
Okay.
And I take all the skin out, all the fat out, and the bones, right? So you cut this in sections, you know. And because my husband likes the way things look, I kind of like, you know, make it little
And
decorations.
we should say your husband is not Puerto Rican, like mine.
Oh yeah, I jumped the fence. Yeah, I jumped the I jumped the fence, and I'm happy.
Exactly.
Well, my mother, she was
Because that means I jumped.
yeah. My mother was happy when I came and said, "Hey, guess what? I'm getting married," and I was 40. She thought I was, yeah. She said, "What? Is he Puerto Rican?" I said, "Well, not really." Well, what is he? He's Americano. He says, "Oh, that's okay," you know. But she was really bent on me marrying a Puerto Rican because, you know, because we're pretty proud people. But she got over it.
And we made beautiful children.
Yes, we did.
Beautiful.
You know, thank you. Yes, so you put all these wonderful vegetables, and I like to use 2 of the chicken stock. Yeah, and a little bit of water. Put this here, chicken stock.
And then you just boil it until it rises, and when it's boiling,
Yeah.
and then it's done.
And-
or I usually stick a fork in those vegetables.
Right, vegetables,
They're a
right,
little thicker than
right,
potato,
exactly.
So they may take longer.
And we don't never forget the sofrito. You put the sofrito in there, yeah, a whole cup. Put it right in.
No, because I probably would have used about 2 tablespoons, honestly.
No, whole
That's not
cup.
enough.
No, that's
Okay.
not enough. Because you know it's for 6 people, so.
And so after 30 minutes of cooking the chicken with the vegetables,
Yes, then you serve.
and you get pollo guisado.
Yes.
I have to say, this is probably like the best recipe I've seen of chicken stew.
Really? Thank you.
Oh, wow. Wonderful. How do you explain this flavor? What would you
Very
say?
good, yeah.
What would you say?
It's a very hearty, a very nutritious, and very quick dish. Only takes 30 minutes.
For the Taste of the Islands, you can go to our website, theanashow.com, and we'll have the recipe there for the pollo guisado, the chicken stew. Painting your home or painting a room in your house can be overwhelming. Our home improvement expert, Jose Rodriguez, says not to stress. He says just take notes of all his painting tips and just put a little Spanish music on.
Today we're here at a client's house who has a bedroom that wants a makeover. So the first thing we're going to start with is showing you how to fix any repairs that you may have to do before you start painting. So say for example you have a hole in the wall like this here. What you want to do is you want to give it take your a utility knife and carve it real smooth so that it's nice and smooth. You do like this, you peel it back. And the reason that I'm doing that is because what happens is if you try to mud the wall like this, and if it's sticking out just a hair, it's not gonna give you a smooth look. So that's why I did all these like this. So what you do is you pour your water first, and then you pour your joint compound in here, and you could just let it sit so that the joint compound could absorb into the water. Once you see it absorbing, what's going to happen is you're going to be able to start mixing it. If you start mixing it too fast, you're going to get a lot of big, hard chunks in there. So you have to have patience with this. So what you want to do is have a consistency where it's not too watered down, but it's a texture that's kind of developed more like a clay. So step one is to always go light, like that. Use your 2 fingers behind the putty knife. Go like this, and see it's gone. Just like this. And I call it working the room. So when you have a lot of different holes, what you're gonna be doing is you're gonna be working the room, and then just let this sit. Even though this is, as you can see, if you come closer, it's a little bit in. You want it to just stay in right now until it starts to get hard. So you take it here, you start here. Make sure you have a sharp utility knife in hand. You do not have to go all the way down. I would suggest cut the tape off every 3 feet so that you can line it up like this and be very on point. Just like that, and just take your finger and rub it like that. And if you see brown, then just readjust it. And see, by it being 3 feet, it's easy to readjust. And you put it like this. And you put it all the way across the room so that when you get ready to paint your border, cuando tú vayas a pintar tu border, no se pinta el ceiling. Lo que se pinta es la pared nada más. Entonces, cuando tú estés pintando con tape, tienes que saber cuándo el tape hay que quitarle el tape. So when you're painting with the tape, you gotta always know when to pull the tape. Before we start painting, I'm gonna show you a few tips. And one of them I'm gonna start off with is a roller. The paint rollers usually come in economy, medium, and then it gets up to the most expensive. You could pay either for 8-pack, you could pay $8 versus you could pay $12 for one. So today we're gonna show you an economy way of saving money. One of my tips is to take off the lint. Most people that paint walls usually just go straight to the wall with a fresh roller. And what happens is this roller has, since it's an economy roller, it has a lot of lint on it. So you're gonna take some duct tape. What you gotta do is you're gonna take your tape and you're gonna wrap your tape around like this. Just overlap it till you get to the end of the roller. Take it like this, and then you're gonna pull it back off, and you're gonna see that all the lint is gonna come off the roller. You could do this once, you could do it twice. I take a piece of tape like this, and when you tell me exactly what color paint you're gonna be painting the walls, I take a marker and a piece of tape, and what I do is, before I even start, I take this tape and I put it here right next to the label. Do not cover the label, because then if we need paint for the future to match your house, we won't be able to match it because we're covering up this sticker. So it's very important that you do not cover up the sticker. Take your pen or pencil or marker and write, paint it by your company name. Mine is Visionary Remodeling, on such and such date. So you put the date, 17/6. So now I also want you to learn to mark this. You have to say, well, what bedroom is this? Is this the master bedroom? Is this the kids' bedroom? So let's say this is the kids' bedroom. So we'll put kids' bedroom on here. Now you know that this is, in the future, if you had to come back to do a repair, you don't have to ask the client, where's the paint? You know, you just go right back to your blue tape, and you know that you was the one who marked that. will mark that paint can. That's a very smart tip. Open it up, and if I was not a professional, the first thing I would do is go like this, put the top down. I would take this, and I would just pour it out the bucket. Now what happens is most people do that. You'll see people who are unprofessional do that, and then they'll take it and they'll clean it like this. I'm gonna show you a tip. When you put this top on, make sure that the handle is on the back, because if it's in the front, you won't be able to get this back. Just put it like this to the back. Make sure it's all the way sealed, because you don't want to spill. Tap it real good. Remember, there's a bleeder here. And keep it, I made a spill. So just keep it like this. And then what happens is now, watch this. So you just pour it like this. Okay, so now at the end of the day, when I'm done, look at this. At the end of the day, when I get ready to put this, look at that, it's clean. So when you get ready to put this top back on, there's no mess, and it goes on, so that the next time I come here to do a repair, I don't have to struggle to open this can up again.
Jose, you need some help?
Oh, what a surprise! It's the Puerto Rican.
And you're Jose Rodriguez.
Let's do this, my friend. I've been wanting to meet you for a long time.
Yep,
How you
same
been?
here. Good, how are you?
Good. You gonna show me how to paint today?
Yep.
What you gonna show me how to do?
All right, I'm just gonna, the Puerto Rican on the wall.
Oh yeah, you like to do graffiti?
Yep.
Oh, me too. That was my favorite, man, when I was doing graffiti. Oh wow, I had so much fun. Let me see what you can do. Let's see if you're good at doing graffiti. Oh wow, man, you're pretty good. You're pretty good, and you're fast too. Pretty cool. Who taught you that?
Myself, I'm just a natural.
Good.
Just a
Well,
natural.
now that you've done that, we're going to show the audience who's viewing us on the anashow today how to paint a room. So, if you don't mind, I'm going to switch with you, and I'm going to show them exactly how to get this painting going. When you're rolling, you want to make sure that you roll back, and then you always try to just take as much paint off as you can. Do not try to paint the wall with one coat. Every time I paint any wall, I always give it 2 coats, because you get a better look when giving it 2 coats. Even when they sell you the paint with primer in it, you always want to do 2 coats. And what I do is they say the W, I just go up and down like this, and then sometimes I go sideways like this, and then just pretty much leave it alone. So Puerto Rican, when I started painting, I was at an age that you are now. An age I wish I could go back to. So my dad put a paintbrush in my hand at the age of 13. And from that very moment on, I've been painting, and I really like it. It's one of my favorite things to do, is to paint. So see, you take your time, and when you put it in here, you take some of it off. And usually I cheat, I'll put like a slab here so I could go back to it and dab. And then the key is to kind of like, don't over wet the brush when you're too close to the ceiling, and then just kind of like drag it like this, like a skim coat. Because you're gonna do 2 coats. Do not try to coat it like at one shot. Take your paint and dip it like this and put it on your roller and take some back off, so that when you come across this, you don't have this, all that run on top. Don't take advantage of the tape. Act like the tape is not there, and at that same time, your technique will begin to grow on you, where you may have to not one day use tape. So just kind of like lightly go against the tape so that you don't get all that tape on there. Because what happens is, if say for instance you do forget to pull the tape, then later what you're gonna have to do is you're gonna have to take your utility knife before you pull this, and you're gonna have to score it like this with the utility knife and then pull it. In this particular time, if you decide to use tape, just make sure that you pull the tape, like I told you before, within an hour to an hour and a half of set time, and you should have a clean finish. Well, I hope you liked the tips I gave you today. Don't be intimidated by what I showed you today. Stay tuned for more projects next week. We look forward to seeing you and giving you more tips on remodeling homes.
We are on location at the Archwood Avenue street sale where we're going to go find some deals today. At this outdoor sale, there's a lot of foot traffic and plenty of Hispanic entrepreneurs. Yeah. Okay, what are the price ranges?
They range like the first ones on those ones are $1.
Okay.
These ones all around are $3.
Okay.
And then like these are $5, these are $5, and those are $8.
Wow, the price is right, huh? Some of the prices were 75% off retail. All the sellers wanted to give you a good deal.
Yeah. It's brand new.
Oh, that's so pretty.
And we have the box.
So you can even gift it.
Yes.
Yes, oh my gosh.
Yes, also this one.
I love that one. How much is that one?
That one I believe is a little, I think it's 10.
Oh, it's
if I'm not mistaken.
The Gonzalez's food is flying off the shelf. They have been selling relleno de papas, potato balls with meat inside, and pastelillos, which are like fried tacos. Like many of the business people here, they are going to make extra money between $500 to $1,000 in 2 days. All right, $1,000. That's good. Good money. Good job.
Electronics, stuff electronics. I sell that's a cooler.
Oh, that's nice. A travel cooler and warmer.
Yeah.
What are your
sell electronics, GPS, radar, you call it.
What are your prices like?
Oh, cheap. See, I put $15, but I don't charge $15. I charge like $10.
So you just mark it up a little bit?
Oh yeah,
and
because
people
they
have
bring
to-
me down.
So
Yeah,
people have to chew you down.
Right, this
Okay.
way, when they bring me down, I say, okay, here's $10.
Okay, so everybody's happy, you're happy, and they're happy.
As long as I make $2 or $3, I'm fine.
Would you go under $10 on that?
On that, I won't go under $10.
Okay, so you already know.
Yeah, but they're good. And everything I sell, I test it out before I bring it out here.
Got it.
I had this morning, if you would have come here early this morning, I had vacuums, I had rug cleaners, I had so much stuff. Everything is going little by little.
So you've been doing this for 18 years.
18 years.
So why do you do this from your heart?
It's good. I like it. It's like for me to get out. You know, I meet people. You know, like I know everybody. Everybody, when I walk down the street here in the winter, wherever, they say, oh, you're the guy that sells over there, right? Yeah, that stuff you sold me is good, you know? It makes me feel real good. So like I work with everybody. If they don't have money, I tell them, what you got, $2 or $3, take it. I don't care.
No. You're a Puerto Rican entrepreneur.
Oh, yeah.
Archwood Sale is a tradition for Hispanics and all who come and enjoy the closeout prices. It's a sale where the spirit of enterprise can start and grow. Where I get my hair done every week, the Elizabeth Image Salon, Unisex Salon. You can contact them at 216-961-4441. To contact me, go to my website, theanashow.com, or on Facebook, The Ana Show.